Hello, good morning, my dear students. In the today's session, I would like to discuss KCET and NEET biology important questions in chapter number 1, that is living world. So here I would like to discuss the next first question. I would like to begin with the first question. See, I would like to move on this slide. This is a first slide in this. You can see here the first question is to be which of the following are unique features like living organisms? Means here they are asking what are the unique features of living organisms? Unique features of living organisms. So as we are already studied, what do you mean by the living organisms? The living organisms which are having some of the distinctive characters, means some of the distinctive characters like growth, reproduction, ability to sense environment, metabolism, and interaction with the surrounding environment or surrounding organisms. So these all the characters which we are going to call it as unique features of living organisms. So in order to that, so here the correct option is to be a D is a correct option for this question. So these are all the unique features like growth, reproduction, as well as ability to sense environment, metabolism, and also interaction. These all the features will be included, especially in living organism. Living organisms. But not in case of but not in case of living or non-living organisms, non-living things, non-living non-living things. So non-living things will not exhibit any kind of these unique features. So in order to that, now this is a correct option for this question. So next I would like to move on next question. Okay, I would like to move on next question. Okay, this is a second slide here. You can see here the cell division. You can see the cell division. Cell division occurs in plants, occurs dash in plants and dash in animals. Means what they are asking here. So what type of cell division will takes place? Means cell division will occur especially in that particular organisms. What kind of cell division will be occur here? So they are asking. One more thing, what kind of cell division will be occur especially in case of animals? So how the cell division will occur, whether it is a continuously or up to certain age or never or twice, that we shall see here. So whenever the plants and also animals, while we are going to take the plants as well as animals, for example, just now I would like to take the plants and animals. These two things, especially the plants as well as animals. So here mainly they are asked, especially in case of plants along with the animals, especially in these two organisms. Okay, So they are nothing but a multicellular in condition. Multicellular. The any one of the organism is made up of so many number of cells. So the type of organisms we are going to call it as multicellular organisms. Right. So here, usually in the multicellular organisms, there will be an division will takes place. Means cell division will takes place usually here. Cell division will take place. Cell division will takes place. The how cell division will takes place means in that cell division there are two types are there. One is mitosis. Mitosis. Another one is meiosis. Meiosis. So these are the two different types of cell divisions will be takes place. So especially in these organisms, but in both plants as well as these both the divisions will occur in case of plants as well as animals also. So while at the time of growth, so usually these mitotic division, mitosis will be usually occurs. The mitosis is also nothing but a multiplicational division. Multiplicational division. Multiplicational division. Simply we are going to call it as multiplicational division. So here, this is we are going to call it as a reductional division. Reductional division. So just you have to remember. So usually in case of plants, meristem. Usually in case of plants, we are going to call it as meristem. This meristem will be occur especially in meristem. The meristem, in that meristematic tissue will exhibit especially this particular mitotic division. So whereas in case of plants, the continuous takes place. Continuously, the cell division will takes place. So in order to that, up to usually in plants, whenever these meristematic tissue will be present, so for that reason, usually whereas in case of plants, there is no limited time. They will grow till up to they will die. Means continuously throughout their life they can able to grow continuously. Means usually plants will grow throughout their lifespan. Throughout their lifespan. Okay. But even in case of animals also, that that cell division will take place up to limited time. Means why we are going to call it as these organisms will be having a limited time means even though they'll be having a there is no any kind of meristematic tissue, even though the growth will be seen in case of this particular animals up to certain period. So here, uh, when we discuss the in growth term, especially in this particular these animals, uh, repair the repair the worn out cell, worn out cell, worn out cell, and replacing new cells, replacing new cells. So only up to up to certain period of time, certain age, especially in case of plants. So while we are going to see this question here, they asked here up to certain period of time means, whereas in case of plants, while we are going to see, so that should be an continuously. So here, where in case of plants, this is nothing but a continuously. But animals only up to certain period of time. Okay, in order to that, so here only up to certain age, this is wrong. Continuously in case of animals, there is no continuous takes place. So here it is a continuous, but it is a never, it's wrong. Once it is also wrong, that twice it is also wrong. But for this second question, the option A is to be an correct option for this question. Okay, so I would like to move on next to slide. Just a bit. I would like to clear all those things. So second question, third question. Okay, this is the third question. See, you can see here. In multicellular organisms, in case of unicellular organisms, uni means only one cell. Uni means only one cell. The organism is made up of only one cell. Whole body. That means the organism is, any one of the organisms are made up of only one cell. Definition for this: organisms is made up of only one cell. Okay, so that is nothing but a unicellular organism, just you have to remember. So here, whereas in case of unicellular organisms, you can see, with respect to growth, reproduction, or the following can be true. Means both reproduction as well as uh, growth will be exhibited, especially in this particular, these unicellular organisms. But whenever we are going to see this particular organisms, growth and as well as reproduction will also exhibit. For that reason, they have given here three statements. So among three statements, we need to tell which one is the correct one. Okay, so here growth, reproduction are inclusive events. Next, unicellular organisms grow by cell division. Okay, it is also wrong, a correct statement. It is also a correct statement, but both are exclusive. Whereas in case of multicellular organisms, but not here. So for that reason, this is wrong. So here only 1 and 2 is a correct option. Okay, both 1 and C is a both 1 and 2 are the correct option. So in order to that, now I am putting for this question, this is a correct option for this. This is also wrong. This is a wrong one. This is a wrong one. So this is a correct option for this question. I would like to move on to next question. Okay, this is a fourth question. So here, in majority of the organisms, in majority of the higher animals and plants, dash and dash are the mutually exclusive events. So here, in majority of the animals, plants, dash and dash are the mutually exclusive events. Higher organisms means they are asking here, higher organisms. Higher organisms means usually just we are already discussed about the lower organisms. Here higher organisms means completely entirely opposite word. So that is nothing but a multicellular organisms. Just as we are already discussed, right? Multicellular organisms. Multicellular organisms. In that multicellular organisms, usually in case of multicellular organisms, there will be an growth and reproduction. For example, just now I would like to draw here, now I would like to write here growth and reproduction. Growth and reproduction are exclusive events. So here, in case of multicellular organisms, now I would like to write here in case of multicellular organisms, both growth and reproduction are exclusive events because of because of because of because of the reproduction is different. Next to growth is different. First growth will be exhibited, after that growth reproduction will be seen, especially in case of this particular higher animals. Okay, without first whenever after the birth of the organisms, first growth, then later it will be moved into the reproduction. So in order to that, these two things are the here exclusive events. So in order to that, I am writing here, so I would like to choose the correct option for this question. That is option C is a correct answer. This is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. Okay, so option C is a correct option for this question. So next I would like to move on next question, fifth question, right? Okay. Non-living objects. Here they have given three different statements which is related to the non-living organisms. Means three different statements they have given here which is related to the non-living organisms. We all know about that non-living organisms. So non-living organisms will not having any some characters, means some important features like growth, reproduction, and also some other will not, we can't able to exhibit, especially these organisms. So especially these organisms also will exhibit the growth, as we are already studied in a previous sessions, the growth from external surface by collecting the substances on it. For example, if you can see any one of the mountain or boulders, means or sand, sand boulders, whenever the on the surface, for example, this is a surface, any one of the particle will be attaching or sitting or collecting on the surface it, so it will be slightly, it is growing, right? Even though they are telling, even though non-living objects can also grow, non-living can grow, non-living can able to grow, can able to grow by collecting the substances on it, by collecting substance substances on it. Okay, whenever it will be collected some kind of materials on the surface, okay, the size will become a increases. Okay, so that is nothing but a it is also the first statement is to be correct statement. Next ma, the grow from internal surface like living. No, it is absolutely wrong. So here, in case of this particular one, the growth will not takes place any kind of internal surfaces, means internal surface, they will not exhibit any kind of growth. So here, uh, I'd like to say here, only external surface growth will be takes place, but there is no any kind of internal surface like living. Living character is different, non-living character is different. So in order to that, I am uh, deleting this. Okay, so do not grow at all. Do not grow at all. So here, uh, it is also wrong statement. So here, mm, so just the growth from external surface from the collecting substances on it. The option one is a correct option for this. This is wrong. This is wrong. So this one is also wrong. Okay. So I would like to move on. Next slide. Right. See. Sixth one. In multicellular organisms. In multicellular organisms, dash refers to production of progeny possessing the more or less similar to those parents. Okay. When we are going to read this sentence, this complete question, at the time we will come to know the reproduction definition, right? Reproduction definition. So in that reproduction, the organisms, the production of progeny, okay, the production of progeny possessing futures like futures more or less similar to their parents, similar to their parents. So that we are going to call it as reproduction. Usually in case of higher organisms, even the lower organisms will also exhibit unicellular organisms also will exhibit the reproduction, but especially in case of multicellular organisms, the reproduction refers. So here, the reproduction refers the production of progeny possessing the futures more or less similar to their parents. To those parents, we are going to call it as, that is reproduction. Okay. So option B is a correct option for this. So the growth is not more, growth is continuously increase their mass and also size. Next, metabolism, the group of set of all the chemical reactions which are occur, especially the consciousness is nothing but which is really since the environment means to response the environment, the consciousness. So that is nothing but a particular one. So for that sixth question, option B is a correct option for that. I would like to move on next slide. Okay, next. So we can see that fungi. The fungi, filamentous algae. What do you mean with the filamentous algae? Protonema of masses all easily multiplied by. So usually there are two different types of reproduction are there, Amma. One is sexual type of reproduction. Sexual type of reproduction. Another one is asexual type of reproduction, right? Sexual type of gametes mean sexual type of reproduction means, so here gametes can able to produce gametes, right? So asexual type of reproduction means A means absent, just you have to remember. Sexuals means gametes, okay, gametes, okay. Absent of gametes, during, especially in case of asexual type of reproduction, the presence of gametes, especially in case of these sexual type of reproduction. Whereas in case of asexual type of reproduction, in some lower organisms, especially lower organisms, some lower organisms organisms will exhibit usually asexual type of reproduction. Asexual type of reproduction. Then what about sexual type of reproduction in lower organisms, sir? Of course, even though in the lower organisms also sexual type of reproduction will be exhibit, the gametes formation will take place, but most of the organisms will exhibit the asexual type of reproduction is also. Among those things, budding. Budding means some external growth, means external growth will be takes place on the surface of the organisms. For example, this is one of the organism. So on the external growth, so that will be detached from the parent plant and also grow as a new individual organisms. That is nothing but a budding. So next to fission, the cell will be division will takes place, means a cell division will be takes place. Cell will be continuously division will take place. Regeneration means, for example, if any one of the organism, it will become a cutted into two pieces. It will also regenerated as a new individual organism. It is also grow as a new individual organism. Best example is earthworm. Next, fragmentation is nothing but a, if any one of the organism, for example, filamentous, they asked here, what do you mean by the filament? Filament is nothing but a, so here the any one of the organism is made up of a filamentous, like means the cells are arranged one above the another. That type we are going to call it as filamentous in condition. Usually some algae, some fungi, whenever these things break into a number of pieces, means fragmentation is nothing but a break into a number of pieces, break into a number of pieces. So that is nothing but a fragmentation. The fragmentation usually in case of filamentous algae. So in order to that, now I am telling this is a correct option for this. The regeneration is wrong, budding is wrong, and also fission is wrong. Okay. So this is nothing but a correct option for this question. Okay. So now I would like to move on another question, that is eighth question. Okay, we can see here, which of the following factors are exclusive events for the reproduction in seasonal breeders? Exclusive exclusive effects of reproduction in seasonal breeders. So usually wherever we are going to see in both plants as well as plants, animals, some of the animals, some of the plants will exhibit a seasonal season, means during the particular season only they will be reproduced. The type of organisms, means the reproduction is completely depending upon the season. The type of organisms we are going to call it as seasonal organisms or seasonal breeders. Seasonal. Okay, Nama? So here Now what I'm telling here, seasonal breeders usually both plants and also animals, they are asking what are the factors will be exclusively affect. Factors means they are asking here the what are the factors means there are two different types of factors are there. One is biotic factor, another one is abiotic factor. Here they are asking the factors exclusively affecting. So here they have given four abiotic factors, not biotic factors, like water, temperature, photoperiod, and also all of this. Here the water will not affect any kind of seasonal yes, it will not affect any kind of reproduction, especially seasonal breeders. The temperature will not affect in some extents, but photo period will be affect the both plants as well as animals, especially in a seasonal breeders. So for this question, option C is a correct option. That is nothing but a photo period. Then what do you mean by the photo period? So what do you mean by the photo period? So the photo period is nothing but a photo means light, period means time. How much time light is available? How much time? How much time? How much time light is available? Light is available. So that we are going to call it as photo period. Depending upon the photo period, sometimes usually short day plants are there, long day plants are there. So short day, long day plants, especially in long day plants and also some other organisms will require very long period of time. That is nothing but a photo period. So this is nothing but a for this question. Okay, so I'd like to move on next question. See, so here some of all the total chemical reactions occur in our body is known as we are already discussed. So definition for metabolism, right? Definition for metabolism. As we all know that, as we are already studied in a previous sessions, right? Metabolism. The metabolism is nothing but a sum of all the total chemical reactions which are occur in our body is known as metabolism, not growth. Growth is nothing but increasing the mass, number of cells and size. That we are going to call it as a growth. The next regeneration is nothing but the ability to regenerate, means capability to give rise to a new young ones, means a regeneration. It's a type of reproduction. Next, the reproduction is nothing but the production of new individual organisms, as we are already discussed. Okay, they are similar to their parents. That is nothing but a reproduction. But especially this is a correct option for this ninth question. Next, we shall move on the next slide. See, this is our 10th one. So here, which of the following term is used to refer the number of varieties of plants and animals on the earth? So wonderful question. So here, what they ask here, which of the following term is to be included the so many varieties of plants and also animals? The taxonomy is also including the so many varieties of plants and animals. But plant taxonomy, animal taxonomy means a taxonomy means which will include, it is nothing but one kind of classification, but identification is different. In that identification there is no that much of plants and animals, varieties of plants will not available, even though this also will not available. Next, to classification, which include the varieties of plants and also animals. The classification is nothing but to understand easily and also to avoid the confusions. For that reason we need to classify all those things. But biodiversity is a correct option for this, because of Biodiversity includes varieties of living organisms in our earth. Bio means living. Diversity means varieties. Bio means living. Diversity means varieties of living organisms. So many different varieties of living organisms will be living on the earth's surface, that we are going to call it as biodiversity here. So in order to that, so now I would like to give the correct option is to be a biodiversity. Biodiversity means so many different varieties of living organisms which will be living on the earth surface. Means in our surrounding we can see so many different varieties of living organisms, right? Like dog, cat, and also fish. So many different varieties of living organisms which we are going to see in our surrounding, that we are going to call it as a biodiversity. So next I would like to move on the next question. C, 11th one. So here ICBN stands for, so as we all know, International Code of Botanical Nomenclature. So this is nothing but International Code of Botanical Nomenclature, as we all know about that, right? So international, I stands for international, C stands for code, B codes for botanical, N codes for nomenclature. International Code of Botanical Nomenclature. For each and every organisms, there will be a particular code for the plants. Means botanical means which is related to the plant. Nomenclature means naming of the organisms. So here International Code of Botanical Nomenclature. This is a wrong option. This is a wrong option. This is a wrong option. For this 11th question, A is a correct option for this question. Okay. So now I would like to move on next slide. So you can see here. Okay, binomial nomenclature. Binomial nomenclature means, first we shall know about the binomial nomenclature, right? What do you mean by the binomial nomenclature? Binomial nomenclature, right? So sorry, now I would like to write it here again. Nomenclature. Okay. So here by means two, right? Nominal means naming. Nomenclature is also nothing but a naming. Okay, name. Okay, sorry. Nominal means name. Simply we are going to call it as name. Nomenclature means naming. Okay, just I am giving here. So here, any one of the organisms, by the giving of two names, that we are going to call it as binomial nomenclature. For example, any one of the organism, that is Solanum tuberosum, that is potato. Scientific name of the potato is Solanum tuberosum. Solanum is a genus name, tuberosum is a species name. Here, by the giving of two names, that we are going to call it as, nomenclature, right? So just I'd like to, okay, this is a binomial nomenclature. So whenever the binomial nomenclature, one is a scientific name, the consisting of, one is a scientific name consisting of genus name, another one is species name, right? So both these two things are included, so that we are going to call it as binomial. That name itself indicates binomial. Nomenclature means naming. By the giving of two names, we are going to give the names for the any one of the species, any one of the specimens or organisms. For that reason, one name it is a wrong one. So one scientific name consisting of generic and specific epithet is a correct option for this. Two names, one is Latinized, another one is person name. Person name not involved here. The two names of the same plant. So it is also wrong. Okay. So the correct option is to be a B is a correct option for this question. Okay. Now I would like to move on next slide. Next question. Okay. Okay. In printed, the scientific name only is capitalized. Only the dash is a capitalized here. So in printed notes, so which is also related to the binomial nomenclature, but it is a one of the rule of binomial nomenclature. We shall see about that particular one, binomial nomenclature. In binomial nomenclature, there are different types of rules are there. Okay, rules of binomial nomenclature. Okay, rules of binomial nomenclature. Okay, so in that rules of binomial nomenclature, always okay, genus name begins with a capital letter, begins with capital letter, capitals. So here what they are asking, capitalized. Okay, so for example, which is related to that, now I would like to write the scientific name of the potato, that is Solanum. So next to tuberosum is a species name. Tuberosum is a species name. Solanum, the always S begins with a capital letter, right? Okay, that is nothing but a genus name. Next, the tuberosum is nothing but a begin with a small letter. All are small letters, right? That is nothing but a species name. Okay. In order to that, I am telling Solanum tuberosum. It is a scientific name by the giving of binomial nomenclature. Among the binomial nomenclature, one of the rule is the S is capitalized. Remaining all are small letters. That is nothing but a in printed scientific name, only dash is a capitalized. That is genus name is capitalized. Okay. So now I would like to put the, so genus is a correct option for this particular one. So now I would like to put the question. This is a correct option for this. This is a wrong. This is a wrong. This is a wrong. So now I would like to move on. Next slide. See. So this is a 14th one. Okay. 14th slide. Okay. Each category of taxonomic hierarchy refers to a unit of classification. So here each category taxonomic hierarchy refers to a unit of classification. So you can see here, we shall write here the classification. So now I would like to write here. So unit of classification. So each category will be included here. So the taxonomic hierarchy so refers to unit of classification, classification. So just you have to remember here that is nothing but a unit of classification. So the systematics is not, systematic means a systematic arrangement of living organism, that is nothing but wrong. So identification, this is also wrong. Nomenclature means naming. So the classification is a correct option for this 14th one. Okay. So now I would like to move on the next slide. So now I would like to move on next slide. So this is our last question. So 15th one. So see here, the systematic refers. Systematic refers means, systematics means the diversity of kinds of organisms and their relationship. Diversity of kinds of organisms and their relationship. We are going to see the with their relationship. Along with that only, we are going to systematically we are going to arrange systematics. Identification, classification of plants and animals is not a systematics. Nomenclature and identification of plants and animals is not a systematics. The diversity of kinds of organisms and their relationship, that is nothing but based on that relationship we are going to systematically we are going to grouping in a separate manner. So diversity, different kinds of organisms and their relationship, depending upon their relationship we are going to systematically we are going to separate the organisms based on the on this particular uh, uh, basis. So next, different kinds of organisms and their classification. This is also wrong option. So for this, systematics refers to, this is nothing but the correct option for this particular one. So with this, I wanted to end this session. So thank you one and all once again. Thank you for, uh, thank you. Thank you one and all once again.